What is going on, everybody? My name is Nick, and I want to welcome you back for another one of my music video reviews. Today, I am lucky, I guess, to have a release from Davichi, the song titled Beside Me. And I mean, like, if you listen to these girls, these women, I should say, sing before, you know that their voices are just the best, probably the best. And so, when it goes without saying that, like, my expectations, or what I'm thinking is going to come out of this song is well, already kind of set. So let's see exactly what I'm expecting, if they're going to give me what I'm expecting. I don't know. Let's just do the review, right? How about that? All right. As I'm feeling this right now. Like this is kind of like, of course, a kind of a pretty strong indicator that we're gonna get kind of a ballad. I mean, that's what they do, right? That's kind of like what their most frequent style of song is. Like, they just sing ballads, which is fine. It's perfectly cool. And that's because they're perfectly suited for doing ballad songs just continuously. I have zero complaints about that. So, I mean, of course, the first verse here is, I guess it's the first verse. I don't think we've gotten to the chorus yet. Just nice, kind of a little bit of a mellow kind of verse right there, just to intro, just cool, right before you get into like these kind of like more energy and power filled vocals, which is cool. Is definitely enjoying it. I don't know, was that really the chorus? The ballad songs, I have a difficult time differentiating what's the chorus and what's not, because it is difficult. There isn't really a lot of times a very huge sort of distinction. But that was like that little, I guess we're gonna call that the chorus part right there, where it's kind of like a little bit of a transition, right? Build it up with a bit more energy, a bit more feeling as far as the music goes, and then you get in with a little bit more percussion kind of instrumentation and string instruments and stuff like that, which wasn't in the first verse. It's all really, really, really good. And I think too, and then the second verse here, right, is like, I'm getting that they're kind of, both of them are kind of like, like teaming up and like harmonizing, doing all the other kind of stuff in there to just give a really, really killer really, really killer verse. I mean, their voices and the way that they kind of just like work with each other is really, really great. Like, if they were paired with anybody else, I am not entirely sure that it would work as well as it does when they sing as Dvichi, when they sing together. Because I mean, they're really, really great, really, really, really great. And I think too, right, like the thing that I'm really enjoying about this, right, is that like it started off really, really mellow and cool and like emotional, right? But what they did, obviously, as and you can probably feel it too, added a lot of like emotion, and well, there was emotion already, sorry. But there was like, but they added, instead of just emotion, but they added a lot of energy and power right behind the vocals, and that just kind of like takes the song, I guess, to a different level. Where it'd have been nice to just like a really kind of like sad, emotional kind of song, right, but add a little bit of energy and power behind it, right, to be like, these are some strong emotions, is good. And they just like singing like that is something that these two do really, really, really well. Like I said, I think that they're probably two of the best female singers in maybe the world. Who knows? I don't know. I mean, I don't really want to make any sort of like bold assertions like that, but you know, I mean, they're really, really great. They are very, very good. So I mean, that was basically the review. I don't really have anything to specifically to like talk about because I mean, ballad songs for me that most of the time there isn't anything specific that kind of stands out. Plus I already talked about all of the things that kind of were, you know, discussed the points that were like important to me as far as listening to the song. But I do want to take the time here for a minute just to kind of like talk about, because they were at KCON and I was at KCON, and they, of course, they sang and they performed, and that was really, really awesome. I mean, I would compare it to like the year before, right, where Roy Kim performed, right? So Roy Kim and Davichi, or we'll just say Davichi itself, as a group, isn't really like, you know, a fit with the rest of the lineup. You know, like it's like one of these things is not like the other, and Davichi is not like the rest of them, obviously. So their performance, of course, is completely dramatically different than the rest. You know, even though Turbo was kind of like a little featured special, you know, group similar to the way that Davichi was, they were still the same as the rest of the K-pop groups, but they were, you know, like 90s, early 2000s K-pop. So, but Davichi was great, and so, I mean, it's a different kind of thing. So, I mean, I don't know exactly. If I was really expecting them to like kill it and just own the stage in the entire Staples Center like they did, I wasn't really expecting them to be able to do that. But you know, the fact that like their voices and their vocals are just so great, you know, like they killed it. They captivated probably every single person, all, you know, 20,000 people or however many people were there, 15,000 people that were there. You know, they held everybody's attention just because they were so great, you know. And not only did they sing their ballad songs, right? Because the ballads are where it's at with this group, but they also do have some, you know, upbeat pop kind of songs, and they performed those as well, and it was really, really nice. Their entire performance, the 3 or however many songs it was that they actually sang, were really, really great, and I'm very glad that I got to like, you know, actually listen to them, you know, sing those songs live and like see them on stage from however close or far away that I was. Actually, it was the first night, so I was actually much closer than I was the second night. But that's my little story time at the end instead of a review. That's my first impression review thing. There you go. That's all I gotta say. That's it. So I want to know what you thought of this song and music video. You know, what's your favorite Davichi song? Whatever. Were you at KCON this year, KCON 2016? Did you hear them perform? Right? Tell me what you thought about that. You know, down in the comments or through social media on Twitter or Facebook. And then when you're done with that, then hit that share button. Also leave a rating too. That's super appreciated by myself. And that's basically all. Maybe you don't even need to do any of that. So that's going to be it for this video. As always, I want to thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time.